Hi, happy Sunday. Today is April 26th. Wow, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I wanted to do this for a while, but I always find myself doing something else. And I know I always say that I'll get better at it, and that's my prayer. I will get better at it. I hope you've been hanging in there and taking one step at a time. And sometimes that's all we can do. I want to read Psalm 77, verse 10 to 12. Um, then I thought, to this I will appeal. The years when the Most High stretched out his right hand. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I'll remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. This is a psalm that, if you are in a waiting period, can reflect back to you so well, so precisely, because the psalmist starts in a really dark place, been waiting and feels that God is not listening. It's not sure that God would answer. God would answer his prayers. He thinks God has forgotten him. I mean, he is in the dark place until the verses that I just read to you, where he decided to remember the miracles that the Lord had done in his life before. Once he started to recollect that, he just got into a place where he was just declaring how great God is, all the works he can do. So he worked himself from a very, very low place to a place where he knew once again that God's goodness, God is capable of everything, and he had turned all things around. He's done mighty works. And I just want to reflect a little bit on that, because I want to share a little bit about the God's promises or his miracles that he has done in my life. If you haven't had the chance, you should definitely read the birth of my boys, especially my older one, and see the big miracles that each of them have been. And God has done that all through this journey. And it's one of the things that keep me going, that give me the gratitude and know that God will step in if he needs to. I am not good at preaching. I'm not meaning to preach, because the verse, the chapter will talk for itself. But I just want to share with you a few ways that more recently the Lord has been good to me. You know, when I started this, I was in a waiting period. Things didn't look that good. Everyone was out there looking for jobs. You had to get somebody to connect you to somebody, and then the person will connect you with somebody to even have a chance of getting a call back. And so by the time I had reached this place, I had no idea what was going to happen. But I had been praying, and I told God that there is just so much going on. If I will get a job, it's only because you found me the job. And so the company I'm working at right now, they called me. There was no connection. They called me. They interviewed me. I didn't think I did great, especially because one conversation went in a direction I was not so happy about the way I answered it. And even the day that they called me to offer me this job, I was seriously looking at part-time roles, trying to make connections for part-time roles. And they called me, they gave me this offer. Of course, I did not start till December 8th. There were so many hoops to jump through. But they gave me a contract offer. And I said, okay, that's fine. And then two days, 29th and the 2nd, they called me to tell me, no, we're giving you a full-time position with benefits. I was making connections at places that nobody even called me back. How do you explain that if it is not just God? And even when I got sick, when this headache or pain was excruciating, doctors just were like, either depression from like marriage ending or the migraines I've had all my life. Until I woke up one day and I was trying to brush my teeth and my tongue just deviated. I was like, I was already worried and I felt like, oh, this is weird. But I got to that point where I was like, the doctors don't think it's serious. I might as well just start relaxing. But because of that, my neurologist said, go to the ER. And within a few minutes after my scan, the doctor comes in and says, yeah, you have a tumor in your head. God just moved so that he can move things along. And then at a point where the doctors did not want to really do any surgery, I lost my eyesight. They were treating me like with steroids while they tried to really investigate what this was. But I lost my sight. Once again, they gave me steroids. But at that point, they knew they had to do surgery. God has moved things once again. And then the one that there is absolutely no way, another way to explain it. You know, I was more like a case study for them. They had been trying to figure this out for more than a year at that point. And so everything was so stagnant. I was seeing doctors. I saw about 7 or something doctors. And so I have sister friends and brother friends who were praying for me. So this doctor from Johns Hopkins, who is Ghanaian, attends a family function, travels to Ghana to have a family function. And my sister friend, who is my friend, starts to talk to him about how I've been coming to Johns Hopkins and, you know, everything is dragging out. As she spoke, he stopped and he said, what's your friend's name? And when she mentioned it, he's like, I just got her file. I just got the file on my desk. I didn't get a chance to really review. And he told her that she'll be okay. We will take care of her. Explain to me how that is a coincidence. So throughout that journey, and this is just few of the things that God has done. And I don't want to sit down and think, you know, that I might believe. No, I am working through my faith. When I started this journey, my personal relationship with God was on a check basis and just prayer basis. I'm still trying to walk this walk that they call Christianity and doing my best to believe that the God will always move things along, will keep moving things along. So I hope that you have your miracles, that you have something that you can hold on to that God did, and to continue to believe that when it's important, he does make a move. So I hope that even as the week has ended and we are starting a new week, that you have a wonderful week. I hope that you'll be able to show up for yourself and maybe have something that will shift you from the darkness into light. It's going to be a wonderful week. If you have not had the chance to show up for yourself, it's not too late. God is not done with you yet. God is not done with us yet. May the Lord bless and keep you.